Hey, my name's Adam Hills. Welcome to Spicks and Specks, the music quiz show that's bigger than meatloaf and sweeter than hot chocolate. Our two team captains each and every week are the man in the mosh pit, Alan Bro, and the queen of the crowd surf, Miff Warhurst. You are. Alan's first guest tonight is one of the few Australian artists to have had charting albums in the 70s, 80s, 90s and noughties. She's lucky Uncanny X-Men didn't release an album in the 70s or 90s or noughties. Please welcome Renee Geyer. Alan's second team member tonight is a musical comedian who once wore a girl's wig and an all-black outfit to a concert and pretended to be a goth chick for the night. Yes, somewhere in Melbourne there's a guy that went home with a raven-haired girl and woke up with a red-headed New Zealander. Welcome back, Jesse Griffin. Mick's first guest tonight is a member of a Melbourne rock trio who once played a gig in their pyjamas. An unfortunate costume malfunction meant they actually performed with an extra member for the night. From the living end, please welcome Chris Chaney. Miss final guest is a comedian and radio announcer who not only admits to buying a copy of a-ha's second album, but actually still listens to it. Please welcome Michelle Laurie. I'm sure. Now, Chris,
yes.
Congratulations firstly on the album White Noise.
Yes.
Which received a whole bunch of ARIA nominations, an ARIA award.
You've heard it?
I have.
Good. Yes.
I read somewhere that in the lead-up to it, you actually took yourself away and did yoga for a while and kind of got your head together whilst writing the album.
We actually weren't even looking forward to making another record. So we took some time off and, yeah, I did yoga and painting.
Did you ever, when you were learning yoga...
Yes.
...and you've whirled yourself into a bit of a downward dog...
Yes.
You're saluting the sun and you're giving it a bit of a bend and spread and squeezing the lemon. Did you ever just think, have I turned into a massive wanker?
I thought you were going to ask, did I ever pass wind?
No, I wasn't. OK, A, did you ever pass wind?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I can honestly say.
And B, did you have any Spinal Tap moments? Where
Any sting kind of
yeah,
moments?
Yeah, Am I sting now? Is that who I am
now?
No. Sounds like a very civilised and great thing to do.
Yeah. Look, I didn't do it
from the 70s.
I didn't do it any out of any kind of...
Not that it's bad,
I'm going to
it's a
write
good
the
thing.
most killer record if I can bend myself this way.
Right.
It was just purely... I had a friend who was going and said, this might be cool, get your mind off the band for a while.
Yeah, right.
Bend it like this.
I think it's right.
And it was cool.
Because I saw a documentary, Renee, where, was it you? Someone was saying... Probably. It was about the countdown days, and one of you said the biggest thrill we had was we all sat around eating KFC all the time because it was, like, really cool in the 70s.
That was Michael Gudinski's home whenever there was a big party for Skyhooks or myself, or whoever's had a record out on Mushroom at the time. The food was always Kentucky Fried Chicken and Great Western Champagne. And that was...
Renee?
We were living high on the hog.
That's still on at my place.
Miff and Alan are going to pick a topic. Everybody will be quizzed on it. Your choices tonight are Lady Sings the Blues, Renaissance, Live Fast, Die Young, and experimental music. Alan can pick the first topic tonight.
Can we have Lady Sings the Blues, please?
You most certainly can, Miff.
We'll go for Live Fast, Die Young,
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
All right, we'll start with Lady Sings the Blues. Everyone on your buzzers, let's play Spicks and Specks. First question for 1 point. Pianist Herbie Nichols wrote the song Lady Sings the Blues with which female singer? Yes?
Billie Holiday.
Billie Holiday it is. First point of the game to Renee. For 2 points, have a listen to this Grammy Hall of Fame recording of blues classic St. Louis Blues. Oh, yes.
Bessie Smith.
That is one half of the answer.
Wow.
Yes, it was a two-part question. What do you reckon the other part might have been?
Who wrote it?
Mrs. Bessie Smith?
Louis Armstrong.
Whoa, yes!
Well done. You are on fire, Renee.
Adam, we're dispensing with the whole you asking questions thing. We're just going to think about it and then say words.
The rest of the question was going to be who was the singer and who was accompanying her on cornet. It was Bessie Smith and Louis Armstrong. Your final question. Have a listen to this version of Gotta Serve Somebody, sung by the youngest member of a 60s family vocal group. Questions on its way. For 3 points, I need three things. The name of the singer, the freewheeling folkie that wrote the song, and what he famously asked that singer to do that would have forever ended his freewheeling ways. Yes.
Well, I presume that the last thing is get married.
Yes.
Freewheeling. Sounds like it would be Bob Dylan.
Yes, it is. And the singer?
Was Joan Baez in a group? No.
No, it wasn't Joan Baez.
No.
Anyone? Anyone? Does the name Mavis Staples mean anything to anyone?
No.
No, I've got nothing.
Interestingly, Bob Dylan apparently did ask her to marry him.
Wow.
And she said no, and her quote is, I wasn't thinking, I just knew what our purpose was in the movement and thinking I'd better stay black.
Well, she would have had great songs.
She would have amazing songs. There is an interesting tie in between that and your career, because you released an album in the States.
Yes.
And your producers at the time didn't want you to put your face on the record.
Well, what happened was in the 70s, I put out a record called Heading in the Right Direction here in Australia. They heard it, these black producers in America. We re-recorded it in America. Entire East Coast black radio picked it up to play on high rotation. The record company Polydor suggested that I not put my face on the cover of the record because in those days black radio didn't play white music.
Right.
So let's not put your big pink face on the front of the cover. I stubbornly, as I still am, said, I'm white and proud. I can't help it if I sound black. So they put my big pink face on the cover and they pulled the song. You know, I should have listened because it was a good idea at the time.
There's also a website somewhere about the best ever white singers that sound black.
There's a UK website, I can't remember what it's called exactly, but I went to it. It's to do with famous white singers who have a black sound. And I get to the site and I'm looking down the list and I'm number 3 on the list.
Awesome.
Wow.
There I am.
Who
I'm
was
like,
1 and 2?
I think there was Dusty. I can't remember who the second person was because
Elvis.
I was blinded.
Yeah, Elvis.
You're like Elvis.
I think
you're like
Elvis-
KFC, parties.
All I know is I saw my name there and I just went, oh my God.
Because that's an amazingly cool
It's
thing.
a big, very cool thing.
To be told that you sound like a black singer is incredible.
Yeah.
It's the other way around, not so cool.
No.
I'm sure there aren't black singers going, do you know I sound like a white man when I sing?
Yeah. I'll have you know.
All right, on to Live Fast, Die Young.
Here we go.
Your first question for 1 point. Of the 3 rock and roll stars that perished in the day the music died plane crash, who was only 22 years old?
It was either the Big Bopper. It was the other one. The La 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 Bopper
It was Buddy Holly.
It was Buddy Holly. He was 22. This footage from the Rolling Stones' Rock and Roll Circus is the last public appearance of Brian Jones, who died at 27. I need 2 things. How did he die and who replaced him?
He drowned.
Yes?
Who replaced him?
Ronnie Wood replaced him.
No, this side.
Mick Taylor.
Mick Taylor, 1 point each. Excellent work. Finally, many other icons of popular music also died at 27. Listen to the following grabs for 3 points. Name all 3 musicians, all dead at 27.
I'm gonna get up in the morning. I didn't leave out the
Yes.
Okay, well, I know there's Janis Joplin and Kurt Cobain. I don't know who's in the middle.
You got it?
I think it's Robert Johnson.
3 points out of 3. Janis Joplin